From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, welcome into another edition of The Horse's Mouth. Here at Tommy Mac's, of course, at my bar, we get to have a seat and tell your story to the world, all at no cost. Just your time, brought to our good friends at the Heritage Capital Group and Client Focus Media. We're talking entrepreneurs this time around, and we've got a great panel to do just that. Miguel Camargo from Flow is here, future leaders of the world. Miguel, how are you? Welcome.
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
You must be an entrepreneur yourself, I
am.
imagine.
Yeah.
What's the key to being a successful entrepreneur, or one of the keys? How
Consistency.
About that? Okay.
We were just talking about that. Consistency.
Yeah. Got to be consistent with what you're selling, with what you're doing.
Absolutely.
All right. Jamar Suber's here, Client Focus Media.
Good to see you.
How are you? Is this your guy right here?
That's my guy.
He's the networking king.
That's it.
I try to be one of them.
Yeah. So when did you start Flow, Miguel? When did you get into this?
So it all starts back to my introduction to entrepreneurship. I'm a regional vice president of a financial firm here in town.
Okay, cool.
It all started with prospecting. You know, in sales, you got to get out there and talk to people.
Yep.
But eventually, one thing just clicked. I'm tired of being the salesperson. Everyone just sees you as a number mentality.
Yep.
I said, I'm going to focus on relationships.
Yep.
So I turned prospecting into networking and just truly find out what do you do, how do you do it, how can I assist you in helping you scale your businesses.
Yep. That could be connecting.
Mm-hmm.
I always say, because I have a consulting business too. Remember that old game, the match game?
Yeah.
You put all the cards down and you find. That's what I do. Like you match people up. It sounds like you do similar work as
Absolutely,
well.
yeah.
And being consistent with that is key.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurs too. I mean, look, I think we all have a little bit of entrepreneurial blood in us, but not everyone has the balls to do it.
Nah, not at all.
They don't. I don't mean that in such a hard way. I just mean like you don't have the gumption to go for it, and you're gonna fail.
Absolutely.
That's every entrepreneur, everyone that's so successful that I've ever asked. Have you ever failed? They're like, oh my God, are you kidding me?
1,000 times.
You know how many businesses I failed at before I made it work with this one, and that was being consistent and never giving up.
Yeah.
It's true.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You guys help entrepreneurs here at Client Focus Media.
Absolutely, we do. And this is the thing with entrepreneurs and selling and all these other things that we do. You have to focus on the person in front of you. The 90-10 rule. You know what I mean? So if I'm meeting with you and it's supposed to be about sales or something I'm selling you, I'm not focused on the sell.
Right.
I'm focused on you. How can I help give you something that'll better you?
Right.
The sale's going to come if I pour in.
You got to listen.
Have to.
You have to listen, get to know, and then get creative sometimes. My tagline in my email is believe, create, hustle your ass off.
I like that.
Because it's true. You got to hustle if you're going to make it in that world. Because it's not easy. Look, I've been an entrepreneur pretty much. I don't know, they say you're in business for yourself playing in the National Football League. Yeah. So ever since then, I've never really worked for anybody, other than myself. It's an eat what I kill world. And you got to eat. So you better learn how to kill. You better learn how to do it. And the failures have been over time. Are you kidding me? There's been tons of failures, and then there's been tons of successes too. So it's not for the weary. Like you gotta
have some what's the word?
Grit.
You gotta have courage. And I was listening to Pastor John Hagee's speech this morning. God hates a coward. You gotta stand up, show up every day. And you gotta be bold with your stuff, right?
Believe in yourself. Because he does.
That's
right.
Should. Absolutely.
That's right. And I know that's easier said than done. But how do you empower entrepreneurs? How do you say they're not as confident as they need to be? How do you get them that confidence?
Well, I think you got to build the right environment, the right team around you. I think everyone's got to have a coach. Everyone's got to have a mentor.
Yep.
I was very fortunate in my very young years of entrepreneurship. I had some very successful people pour into me when I was face all full of acne, really didn't believe in myself. They just literally, I borrowed their confidence until I did enough volume and repetition, and you're like, okay, this stuff is robotic now. And then I started adding my own personality to it.
That's great.
I think you got to take care of yourself too. I think that's important because if you feel, it's like you look sharp, you play sharp. You feel good, you're gonna, you're gonna do good things because you will be confident. You will be, and then you got to know what you're talking about. You got to practice.
Competence.
I mean, you got to practice. But BS is only going to get you so far.
That's right.
Right. If you don't really know your product and know your service and know it in and out and what you can bring to the table. It ain't gonna happen.
We'll go back to eating. Someone else will eat your lunch at that point. If you don't know what you're doing, someone's going to come behind you and say, "Oh no, you're better serviced over here."
Yeah, right. Yeah, forget them. Come with me. I'll show you how it's good. All right. So, what other thing? You got an event coming up, I think, or something entrepreneurial?
Yeah. So we put on conferences once a quarter.
Okay. Cool.
We do have one coming up, but I believe in just for brand awareness, we're always impacted into the communities, finding out. First of all, find out what's the need of the community right now.
Right.
Most people are doing a little bunch of side hustles, but how do you actually form those into the businesses?
Yeah.
So we put together rooms of like-minded individuals.
Yep.
And again, network yourselves into rooms.
Yeah. It's funny you say it. So networking is one thing. Monetizing your networking is totally different.
It's a skill set. That is a skill set.
Yeah. You got to figure that one out. And I don't think it's a set, blanket for everybody. Like it depends what you're doing. Until you can figure out how to really make it work.
Yeah,
absolutely. Because I can just kind of piggyback off of that.
Yeah.
For the longest, I'm your friend. I lead with my heart.
Yep.
And so monetizing was important, but I would be afraid to have that conversation.
Yeah.
But then I realized, man, my friends respect me enough.
Yep.
Hey, listen, if I give you a referral for this, such and such, and then, everyone scratches each other back in that area.
Here's a great, at least I think, for entrepreneurs. No means not right now.
Correct.
So handle it with grace.
Yep.
Shake their hand, thank you for their time, and then be on your way and check back in a few months and maybe it changes.
Yeah.
Don't be so, I got to have it today. That's right. You never want to show that anyway.
No.
You can't look desperate. Got to be cool, even if you got nothing in the bank.
Correct.
You got to put that game face on and be cool and try to figure it out from there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right?
That's another key. Even follow-up is super important.
Absolutely.
And I think you have to be strategic with your follow-up. Some people in sales, they just call you, text you about that sale.
Yep.
Like you said, back to 90-10. Focus on me. People don't care how much you know until you know how much you care, right?
Right, that's right. No doubt.
And I use a lot of social media to kind of keep engaged with everybody. I still write personal hand cards. I still text you. I'll call you on your birthday, call you anniversary, and then I'll call you just check up on you.
Yeah. That's good. That's full service. Good. Well, keep up the good work, man. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
All right, that'll do it. Make sure you check out their great profiles. This conversation and many, many others. You never know who's going to have a seat at the bar, and you can too. So until next time, stay safe and be cool out there. We'll see you right here on The Horse's Mouth. Cheers.
The team at Heritage Capital Group is special because it's a collection of people across the spectrum.
We have people who have been in the shoes of owners that are looking to buy and sell, and professionals that have executed transactions helping buy and sell companies for decades.
I think when you talk to us, see what our experience is, see what our skills are, see the reach that we have, you'll be very happy with the recommendation.